Welcome! Hello! to Sarah's rebuild. Oh man, guys.
Hi, I'm Sarah. This is Jess, and that's Ollie. For the past 10 months, we've been living full-time in our converted Sprinter van, Lynn Van Well, traveling the country, exploring beautiful sights, and watching our pup Ollie grow up. But 10 months is a long time, and now it's time to make some changes. Today we're kicking things off with demo and getting started on our new electrical system. Make sure you stick around, because this is going to be fun. And make sure you subscribe to Uphill Adventure, right here on YouTube, as well as Instagram.
Yes, this is video number 1 in our rebuild series. We decided to put these out every Wednesday and Sunday because so much is happening. This is just a couple of days and it's like almost a 20-minute video.
Yes.
And nobody wants to watch like an hour.
No, shorter is better.
Shorter is, you probably don't even want to watch all of this, to be honest.
Don't say.
No, you want to watch it. Keep watching because it's great. So this is it. The rebuild has started.
So this is part 1, demo day.
Yes, demo day happened. I didn't get a lot of video on demo day because it was like 33 degrees outside and so windy.
Yeah.
So windy.
It was so cold. I felt so bad for you.
But I had to start. I had to get started. Otherwise, nothing happens. Good morning. It's very cold and very windy today, but it's demo day. First order of business is getting the freezer out of here and then taking everything from the fridge inside so that we can turn off the electrical. I made a lot of really great progress so far today. Take a look if you can see under here. Goes straight out to the doors now. There's no electrical, no nothing. We just got a big, wide open space that we are gonna figure out what to do with. But the next thing we've got to tackle is the panel here, because I gotta get the inverter control out and the C-Tech control out. And we'll do a new panel with the new inverter controller and the battery management system from Victron. Okay, things have escalated. We've ripped the closet apart here so that we have access to all of our wires, our wire bundle here. And cut the zip ties and start pulling some things out. That is a wrap on day 1 of the rebuild. Made huge progress on the demo. Everything under the bed, you can't see it, I don't know why I'm doing that. Everything under the bed is gone like you saw. The closet here is in pieces everywhere. We were able to take this control panel apart, get the inverter and the C-Tech management system, these 2 bundles right here, out. That's a wrap for day 1. It feels really good. No major setbacks, just a couple of cuts on my hand, which Jess would say that is a good day.
It is November 3rd and we are dropping off our ballots. Here's to hoping for a brighter tomorrow. after Sarah tore everything out, we figured out a layout and kind of started to move from there. Yeah.
Good morning. It's technically day 3 of the rebuild. You didn't miss day 2. Yesterday was election day. Holy crap. Why are there so many flies? Don't know what is going on with that bush. It's a beautiful day. It's time to get to work. I am so excited to chat through all of our Battleborn and Victron gear with you all. So we have 5 batteries. It's a big step up from what we had previously. Before we had 2 200 amp hour lead acid batteries. Total of 400 amp hours, but with lead acid you can only use half. So we really only had 200 of amp hours of usable energy. We've stepped up to 5 100 amp hours of the Lithium Battleborn batteries. All of that is usable, so we've got 500 amp hours of usable energy, which, like, mind blown. Now, I do want to make a note here. We only have 600 watts of solar panels on the roof. It's low. That's a low amount of wattage for the amount of batteries that we have. Kind of the rule of thumb is really to make sure that you have ample solar to charge your batteries, because you want to make sure that you can charge your batteries. It would be, with the 5 batteries that we now have, it would be ideal if we had 1,000 watts of solar on the roof. We are starting with what we have. We do drive a lot, and we have the BIM, the alternator charge, so that we can charge our batteries from the alternator. We're going to see how it goes. If we find that we can't get those batteries up, then we are open and we are able to add more solar, and we can make it work so that we can get our solar from 600 up to 1,000 watts. That way we can make sure that we keep all of these things charged. So those are our batteries. Again, they're Battleborn. We are so excited to get these in. Everything else that we've got here is Victron gear. We've got the 3000 inverter. It's the multi-plus. It's the inverter, the charger. This is going to handle everything that we have, whether it's our high wattage toaster oven and induction burner, just all the way down to charging electronics. This thing is going to be great. I'm really excited about it. Next, we've got the BIM. As I mentioned before, what this does, this takes the battery from the van. We run a line from that. We hook it into this, then it goes to the batteries back here so they can charge off of the alternator. The next thing we've got is the digital multi-control. So this is just the control for the inverter. It will sit in our control panel, which is currently disassembled, up at the top of our closet there, and will give us the ability to turn off and on the inverter and to get a peek into how the system is doing. The next thing we've got is the Lynx Distributor. I'm very excited about this. I am very organized and orderly, and I like things to have a place and to go in their place, and for wires to be as hidden as possible. I'm really excited to do that with this electrical, and the Lynx Distributor is really going to help do that. It is basically a bus bar, but it is very pretty, and it keeps everything hidden. There's options to fuse that as well, and we can talk about that in further detail when we get to it. We also have our battery monitor. We used this in our early electric system, so we are just reusing that. And then we've got the Smart Solar Charger. It's the MPPT 150/60. And that takes our solar from the roof brings it down, converts that into energy that we can then use to charge the battery. All right, the goal of today is to get a layout. So we have some ideas that we have worked through, but once you take everything out of the space and you have all this open area to actually visualize and move things around in, you get a much better idea as to what's going to work and what's not. So we're going to do some measuring, we're going to do some moving around, and hopefully figure out a really good plan that is going to give good aesthetics. That's probably not the most important thing, but it's clearly top of my mind. Give good aesthetics because I like that. Balance weight evenly and do a bit better of a job at that than we did last time. I don't think we're going to push it all to one side. We might spread it out the back. We'll see how things go. And just to maximize the space, that's really important. You obviously don't have a lot of space to work with in here, and our priorities of under the bed are to give Ollie more space, so we'll talk about that, and to get the batteries in there and the whole electrical in there well, and in a, I guess, just a really ideal layout, and then have some storage space as well. This is idea number one for our layout, to just go straight across here. What we would do then is put up a board, maybe like halfway here, put the board straight up, have our distributor, our solar MPPT, the BIM, all of that on this board here, and then have another board behind it, and all the wires are going to get hidden in there, and then that board behind it would be here and would be the end of Ollie's space. This is 24 inches from the end of the battery to the end of the garage. It does not give us that much space in here, but what it does do is give Ollie a lot of space. Let's see if you can see this way. Maybe we'll go around. So as you can see, where we have our floor cut and the garage flooring, obviously is what used to be the garage. So if we, and the flooring from inside used to be Ollie's space, and we had his bed here going this way, we had his toy box right there, and this was all garage. But if we leave this like this, you can envision all of the cords being gone. He would have this whole space here. This is the wheel well, which unfortunately has to stay the wheel well. We'll look into maybe some creative solutions about maybe doing like a built-in toy case for him above the wheel well. Who knows? But this would then be his space, which would be really great for him. We would get a different dog bed that we would probably just get like foam or something and cut it down to size and give him all of this space here. So that is option number one. Oh, hi. Mom, I don't like naps. I don't want to sleep.
No, you hate naps.
I think that we decided that this is the layout that we're gonna go with. And the next step right now, what I'm gonna do next is start getting the wire that we have to connect the batteries to each other, sized, cut, crimped, and I think that's it. Get those ready to go. One thing that we did not do the best job at last time was sizing our wires appropriately. I think at some point down the line they were sized right, but then we added things and the wires were too small for what we needed. So we made sure that the wires that we got this time all match exactly what Battleborn recommends and what is needed to ensure that you don't have voltage drop and that everything is safe.
So this wire is the wiring that's going to connect our batteries together and go, sorry, a spider just landed on me, and go from the batteries to the inverter. And this is 1/0 gauge. I don't understand the numbers and the slashes, and some gauges don't have slashes and all of that, but regardless, that's what it is. I'll put the links below for all of this stuff, so make sure that you guys check it out. But this is the wire that Battleborn recommends. This is the thickness that they deem appropriate, and so that is what we've gone with. So I have my measurement. I know we're doing 9 inches. That should give us enough wiggle room, but not too much because we only have this much wire. So it's important that we maximize it. It's very expensive. It's very heavy. I think these two, the positive and negative wires here, were, I don't know, $100 and some each, maybe. So it's important to get the most. That was hard. Okay. Only a lot more to go. 1 done. So many more to do. Something to note and to remember for all of you doing this out there is that when you do your measurement, you have to account for this piece right here. So I've cut this down like 4 or 5 times. Couldn't figure out why it was so much bigger than I wanted it to be. And that's because now when we measure, can I measure with my left hand? Just one hand? Oh goodness. We're looking perfect at our 9 inches with the ends on. So 1 down, a lot more to do. Here we are. So I actually ran out of the lugs. I guess I'm not the best at math. Anyway, ordered more. They'll be here in a couple days, so we'll continue on from there. But for now, we're going to heat shrink these. I just want to make a statement about Battleborn. So we are very excited to have partnered with Battleborn for these batteries and for our Victron gear. And I knew that the batteries had to be charged before you install them. It's really good for the batteries to get them up to their maximum voltage, or maybe not maximum voltage, but get them up to 14.4 with the lithiums so that they balance properly and then they run really well. It's just good for their lifespan to do that in advance. But I wasn't sure the best way to charge them, if they need to be charged individually or if they could charge all together, if we charge them through a trickle charger, or if you can charge them right through the multi-plus that we have. So I just called Battleborn. They answered within 2 rings. I spoke to someone there who had so much info and told me everything I needed to know. And it was so easy. A 4-minute phone call later, and I have all the answers. I'm not sifting through a manual. I'm not sending an email or trying to reach someone in a different country that's on a different time zone that's hard to get a hold of. I struggle with that a lot with our Renogy batteries. I to this day have not spoken to anyone from Renogy. I had a lot of issues with them. It's hard because I'm not trying to hate on them at all. We definitely made a lot of mistakes with those batteries and paid the cost for them, but I found their customer service to be lacking for what I was needing. And with Battleborn, it is not lacking. It is on point. It's so easy, and I highly, highly, highly recommend them. I can't recommend them enough. It's been wonderful working with them so far, and I'm really excited to keep this going. Thank you guys for watching this video, and we hope that you will stick with us through this build series. The timeline is indefinite. Hopefully not too long, but you never know. So stick with us. Thank you so much for watching. Check back in on Sunday for the next update. All right, we'll see you guys then. See ya. Bye.